Hey guys, how are you? In today's video we will talk about Gigantamax, specifically where to find this Pokémon in Pokémon Sword and Shield games. Only certain species of Pokémon can Gigantamax, and when they do, the appearance changes significantly, unlike regular Dynamaxing. So don't expect to find a Gigantamax Erectus in the game. Pokémon that can Gigantamax are said to have Gigantamax Factor. Pokémon with the Gigantamax factor can typically be caught in max rate battles, but have a rare encounter rate and typically a lower catch rate. In addition, some Gigantamax Pokémon are exclusive to Pokémon Sword and others to Pokémon Shield. There is also a big information. It doesn't mean that in the dance shown only will appear Gigantamax forms. In these may also appear regular Pokémon. You will need attention to the color of the beam that is shown when you activate a Din. If it is red, it's a regular Pokémon. If it is purple, it's a rare Pokémon or a Gigantamax Pokémon. Wow, we will start with the place that you can find most Gigantamax Pokémon, the wild area. The wild area is composed of many sub-areas, in total 18. Remembering, I'm considering the meetup spot as one of the sub-areas, since in this area you can get Gigantamax Eevee or Gigantamax Pikachu. Sub-area 1, Rolling Fields. 2, Daplet Grove. 3, West Lake Actual. 4, Axio's Eye. 5, Giant Seeds. 6, South Lake Maylock. 7, East Lake Actual. 8, Watchtower Ruins. 9, Muddlestoke Riverbank. 10, Stone Wilderness. 11, Bridges Field. 12, Dusty Bowl. 13, Giant's Mirror. 14, Giant's Cap. 15, Lake of Outrage. 16, Hammerlock Hills. 17, North Lake Maylock. And the last one, Sub-Area 18, Meetup Spot. According to the numbered area, we will follow up talking about each Gigantamax Pokémon that can be found in that sub-area. We will start with number 1. Sub-area 1, Rolling Fields. In this area you will find 2 dens that can spawn a Gigantamax Pokémon. Both can spawn a Gigantamax Butterfree. As a Gigantamax Butterfree, its size increases to giant length with different luck. The wings and its pattern change to light and dark green color with white. Sub-area 2, Daplet Grove. In this area you will find 2 dens that can spawn a Gigantamax Pokémon. In the first one you can spawn a Gigantamax Orbital. As Gigantamax Orbital it becomes larger and brain drastically increases to resemble a flying sauce. The wings disappear when Gigantamaxed. Due to Gigantamaxing, its brain and body have grown to a gargantuan size. As a result, its psychic power and intelligence have become overwhelming. In the second den, you can spawn a Gigantamax Appleton or Flapple, depending on their version. Sword, Flapple, Shield, Appleton. The Gigantamax look is the same for both Pokémon. Flapple Gigantamax information says that this Pokémon, under the influence of Gigantamax energy, produces a much more sweeter nectar, and its shape has changed to resemble a giant apple. We know that just looking. Appleton Gigantamax information is a little different, since it informs that due to Gigantamax energy, this Pokémon's nectar has thickened. The increased viscosity lets the nectar absorb more damage than before. West Lake Actual. This is a big sub-area, but you can only find one Gigantamax Pokémon. In this sub-area, you can spawn a Gigantamax Kingler. It says that bubbles it spells out are strongly alkaline. Any opponents hit by them will have their bodies quickly melted away. Pretty terrifying, right? Sub-area number 4, Axio's Eye. Axio's Eye is a small island in the middle of the south part of wild area. It's a small island that requires the means to traverse the water, so you will be physically unable to access it during your first few trips throughout wild area. Unfortunately, right now, you can't find Gigantamax Den right here. Sub-Area 5, Giant Seed. Giant Seed, a dangerous land full of higher level Pokémon. You will need to be careful while exploring the sub-area. There are two Pokémon dens that can spawn Gigantamax Pokémon. In the first one, you can spawn a Gigantamax Lapras or Colossal, depending on your patient. Sword, Colossal. Shield, Lapras. Gigantamax Colossal information says that its body is a colossal stove. With Gigantamax energy stoked in the fire, this Pokémon flames burns hotter than 2000 degrees Celsius. Gigantamax Lapras information says that over 5,000 people can ride on its shell at once, and it's very comfortable to ride without the sidelets shaking. The second den that can spawn Gigantamax in this sub-area is not exclusive, it is Duraludon. The hardness of its cell is exceptional, even among steel types. It also has a body structure that is resistant to earthquakes. Sub-Area 6, South Lake Miloc. South Lake Miloc is the majority of Lake Miloc except for the northern arm. Only one Gigantamax Pokémon then can be found here, it's Kingler's one. So you have two spots where you can get Gigantamax Kingler. The first one is on West Lake Exiles, Sub-Area 3, and now here. Sub-Area 7, East Lake Exiles. East Lake Exiles is a large habitat. Only one Gigantamax Pokémon can be found here, Garbodor. Gigantamax Garbodor sprays toxic gas from its mouth and fingers. If the gas engulfs you, the toxins will seep in all the way down to your bones. Sub-Area 8, Watchtower Ruins. The random Pokémon here are at a reasonable level and will offer you some useful help, some ghost types. Unfortunately, right now, you can't find Gigantamax Den right there. Sub-Area 9, Motostoke Riverbank. A bridge connecting the north half of Wild Area lies here. You will be warned about stronger Pokémon here and beyond, so you better get a good strategy to advance. No Gigantamax Pokémon then can be found here. Sub-Area 10, Stone Wilderness. In the last two areas you couldn't find any Gigantamax Pokémon, but here you can find 3 dens that can spawn Gigantamax Pokémon. In the first one, you will get a chance to get Copperajah. After this Pokémon has Gigantamaxed, it can utterly demolish larger structures with a single smashing blow. In the second Gigantamax den, you can find 2 Pokémon, depending on your version. They are Machamp for Pokémon Sword or Gengar for Pokémon Shield. Gigantamax Machamp's energy throughout its arms makes its punches hit as hard as Bone Blast. Gigantamax Gengar Pokédex information says that its giant mouth leads not into its body, but instead directly to the afterlife. Pokédex entries are scary sometimes. The third and last Gigantamax den is for Saint Scorch. Its Gigantamax energy has evoked a rise in its body temperature, now reaching almost 2000 degrees Fahrenheit. Its heat waves incinerate its enemy. Sub-Area 11, Bridget Field, the second area in a row where you can find 3 dens that can spawn Gigantamax Pokémon. In the first den you can find Hatterene. This Pokémon can read the emotions of creatures over 30 miles away. The minute it senses hostility, it goes to attack. Definitely a Pokémon you couldn't have in the real world. The second den is for Gigantamax Orbital. This means you have 2 dens for this Gigantamax Pokémon. First one is located in Daybreak Grove, Sub-Area 2. The third and last Gigantamax den is for Alcremie. Cream pours endlessly from this Pokémon's body. The cream stiffens when compressed by impact. A hard impact results in a harder cream. Sub-Area 12, Dusty Bowl. It's very dry here, and there are several strong Pokémon. But you can find 3 Gigantamax Pokémon then. In the first one you can find Grimmsnarl. The Gigantamax energy has caused more hair to sprout all over its body. It can jump over the worst colors breeding. The second and third then can spawn the same Pokémon, Sandaconda. Send wheels around its body with such speed and power. 13. Giant's Mirror. No Gigantamax Pokémon den can be found here, but there are plenty normal dens. 14. Giant's Cap. In this sub-area you can find 2 Gigantamax Pokémon. The first den is called Gigantamax Dreadnought. It responded to Gigantamax energy by becoming bipedal. First it comes crashing down on fools, and then it finishes them off with a massive jaws. The second den is for Corviknight. The 8 feathers in its back are called blade birds. 15. Lake of Outrage. And then we have the one most wanted den in the games, Gigantamax Charizard den. Since the Pokémon here are very hard level Pokémon, it is inaccessible during your first visits. Later you can find Gigantamax Charizard. The flame inside its body burns hotter than 2000 degrees Celsius. 16. Hammerlock Hills. No Gigantamax Pokémon den can be found here, but since the sub-area is big, maybe in the future a Gigantamax den could appear here. 17. North Lake Milwaukee. No Gigantamax Pokémon den can be found here, but there are plenty normal dens. Sub-area 18. Meetup Spot. You can obtain Pikachu or Eevee in the sub-area, but only if you have a Pokémon Let's Go Pikachu or Pokémon Let's Go Eevee save data. Gigantamax Pikachu has its power expanded, forming its super-sized body. Gigantamax Eevee has got even friendly and more innocent. Eevee tries to play with anyone around, only to end up crushing them with its immense body. Here is a hint: don't play with Gigantamax Eevee. And then we are finishing our video. Guys, this video was really hard to be made, like very much. So I would really appreciate if you could put your like, subscribe, comment, and also share with your friends that are playing the games. This video will probably get a part 2 later this year. Here's my cue. I see you guys next.